Hi everybody, I'm just going to go over the Pythagoras homework. So I've just left it to 3 questions, and for each question we have to do 2 things. We have to identify the hypotenuse and solve for x. Now to identify the hypotenuse is actually really easy. It's always the side that's right across from the right angle. So in other words, here's the right angle right here, and the side right across from it is 5. So the hypotenuse is equal to 5. Now if you remember Pythagoras' equation, it's a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Okay, so now I could have called this, like e squared plus f squared is equal to g squared. It doesn't really matter what you call it. What's important to remember is that the 2 sides are basically a and b, so the ones that are being added together, and what it equals to is the hypotenuse. So in this case, one of the sides will be x, so this will be x squared. The other side will be the 3 squared, and the hypotenuse is what it equals to, so it's equal to 5 squared. Okay, so x squared plus 9 is equal to 25. Okay, and let me just extend the page a little bit. So if I subtract 9 from both sides, it's equal to 16. So in other words, 25 minus 9 is 16. So x is simply equal to the square root of 16, so that's equal to 4. So x here, this side, is actually equal to 4. Okay? Let's do the next one. So the first thing we have to do is identify the hypotenuse. So in this case, remember, it's right across from the right angle, so the hypotenuse is x. So let's just go back. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. We know right away that c is x, because that's the hypotenuse, so that's x squared. So the other 2 sides must be these 2. So it's 8 squared plus 15 squared. 8 squared is 64. And 15 squared is 225, which is equal to x squared. And if we add these 2 together, you're going to get 289. So 289 equals x squared. I'm just going to rewrite this the other way around. So x squared is equal to 289. And so x is equal to the square root of 289. And if you use your calculators, and if you do the square root, you're going to get 17. Okay, so the square root of 289 is 17. So in other words, this side is 17. All right, our last question. So first, let's identify the hypotenuse. It's always the side right across from the right angle, so right there. So the hypotenuse, hyp is equal to 8. So in this case, if we had to use, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, it's 2 squared, right? So one side plus the other side, which is x squared, is equal to the hypotenuse, which is 8 squared. Okay? So let's just solve this. So this is 4 plus x squared is equal to 64, and x squared is, if I subtract 4 from both sides, it's 64 minus 4, which is equal to 60. So x, in that case, is the square root of 60, and the square root of 60, it's 7 point something. Let me actually just do that. Here's 60, 0.5. It is 7.75. So if I round it, it's equal to, if I round it, it's 7.75. All right, so that's our homework. It's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. That's all I want you to do. I don't want you to do anything more complex than that. So just please make sure you do these 3 questions, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.